It started as a quiet afternoon in a small, peaceful neighborhood until Michael noticed something strange. His packages were disappearing. Every single one. At first, he thought it was a delivery issue. But when even his replacement packages vanished, he knew someone nearby was behind it. Then, one day, his doorbell camera caught her, the HOA president, Karen. Perfectly styled hair, fake smile, and that little clipboard she never put down. She wasn't just monitoring lawns, she was stealing packages from his porch like it was her job. Michael couldn't believe it. Why would the head of the Homeowners Association, someone who constantly lectured others about community standards, do something so petty? When he confronted her politely, she denied everything, accusing him of creating drama. That's when Michael realized this wasn't about packages, it was about power. Karen hated that he wasn't afraid to question her HOA rules. She wanted control, but what Karen didn't know was that Michael wasn't the kind of man to just let things go. He smiled that day, pretending to accept her lies. Because deep down, he was already planning something, a payback so harmless yet so perfect that it would teach her a glittering lesson she would never forget. Michael spent the next few days quietly observing. He noticed Karen's routine, her morning walk with her dog, her daily stop near his porch to check HOA notices, and the way she always looked around before pretending to pick up trash, except she wasn't picking up trash. She was lifting his packages, so Michael decided to get creative. He ordered a small box online, nothing expensive, just an empty cardboard package. But what he put inside made it legendary. A mix of ultrafine glitter, a spring-loaded cap, and a harmless dye powder that would leave anyone who opened it sparkling like a disco ball for days. That night, as he taped the box shut, he whispered, "Let's see how you like stealing now." He placed it neatly on his porch, right under the camera, and waited. The next morning, he watched from his window. Like clockwork, Karen approached, pretending to inspect his mailbox. She looked around, smirked, and grabbed the box. The doorbell camera blinked red, recording every second. Michael held his breath as she walked away. He couldn't help but grin, knowing the moment she opened that package, karma would sparkle brighter than the sun. An hour later, Michael heard it, a shriek so loud it echoed across the neighborhood. He ran to his window just in time to see Karen storming out of her house, her hair, clothes, and even her face covered in shiny blue glitter. It was everywhere, on her shoes, her porch, even her dog. Neighbors came out, confused and amused. Some tried to hide their laughter, others couldn't. "Oh my gosh, Karen. What happened?" one of them asked. She looked furious, pointing toward Michael's house. "That man set me up. He's violating HOA policies." Michael stepped outside calmly, pretending to be surprised. "Karen, what are you talking about? I thought someone was stealing my mail. Didn't you say that's a serious offense?" Her jaw dropped. The irony hit her hard. But before she could respond, one of the neighbors spoke up. "Wait, so you were the one taking his packages?" Suddenly, the laughter turned to whispers. The HOA queen had just been exposed in the most colorful way possible. Karen stomped back into her house, fuming. But what she didn't know was that Michael hadn't even shared the best part yet. He had it all on video. And it was about to go viral. That night, Michael uploaded the video titled "HOA President Caught Stealing My Packages, Instant Karma." Within hours, it blew up. Thousands of views, comments pouring in, people cheering for him. That's what she gets. Best revenge ever. Glitter justice. By morning, everyone in the neighborhood had seen it. Karen tried to demand he take it down, claiming defamation, but the evidence was too strong. Even the HOA board, embarrassed and tired of her behavior, called an emergency meeting. When Michael showed up, the atmosphere was tense. Karen sat there, glitter still faintly on her hairline, pretending nothing happened. "Mr. Davis," she began, "your actions violated community decorum." Michael smiled. "So stealing packages is acceptable, but defending myself isn't?" The room went silent. One of the board members cleared his throat. "Karen, the evidence speaks for itself. We can't ignore this." She glared at Michael, realizing her control was slipping away, but Michael didn't want to ruin her, he just wanted peace. So, he offered her a deal: he'd take down the video if she publicly apologized. She refused. And that's when karma decided it wasn't done yet. A few days later, Michael received an envelope in the mail, an anonymous note from another HOA member. Inside was a list of complaints people had filed against Karen for years. Misuse of HOA funds. Favoritism. Harassing homeowners. It was a pattern of abuse that everyone had been too afraid to confront. Michael knew this wasn't just about glitter anymore, it was about justice. He decided to compile everything and send it directly to the HOA regional office. Within a week, an investigator arrived. Karen's perfect little kingdom was finally under scrutiny. As they questioned her, neighbors watched from their porches. Michael didn't gloat. He simply went about his day, tending his garden like always. When Karen saw him, she avoided eye contact, her confidence completely shattered. The investigation didn't take long. By the following Monday, a notice went out, effective immediately. Karen has been removed from her position as HOA president due to misconduct. Michael stood at his porch, reading the letter with quiet satisfaction. Sometimes, he thought, the best revenge isn't loud, it's glittering justice that speaks for itself. Weeks passed, and the neighborhood felt lighter. Without Karen's constant surveillance and petty rules, people started talking again, helping each other, and even hosting small get-togethers. Michael became somewhat of a local legend, the glitter guy, they called him, half joking, half admiring. But one afternoon, there was a knock on his door. It was Karen. She looked different, humbled, quieter. She held out a small box. "It's an apology," she said awkwardly. Inside was a mug with the words Karma Sparkles printed on it. Michael smiled. "That's clever." "Truce?" She nodded. "Truce." They talked briefly, and for the first time, Karen admitted she'd been under pressure. "I just wanted to feel in control. I didn't realize how much I was hurting people," she said softly. Michael didn't expect to forgive her, but he did. Because sometimes, lessons come in strange packages. As she left, he watched her walk away, sunlight catching a faint shimmer still stuck in her hair. A reminder that some things, no matter how hard you scrub, never fully wash off. Months later, Michael received a letter from the new HOA president, thanking him for bringing fairness back to the community. The neighborhood had transformed, lawns greener, people friendlier, laughter replacing tension. The glitter incident had become local legend, a funny yet powerful reminder that arrogance always finds its mirror. Michael placed the letter on his shelf beside the mug Karen had given him. Every time he saw it, he chuckled. What started as frustration had turned into something bigger, a story about accountability, forgiveness, and karma that sparkles brighter than revenge, and in a way, Karen's fall had helped everyone rise. The community learned to stand up for what's right. Even against those who pretend to lead. Michael stepped onto his porch, breathed in the fresh morning air, and smiled at the mail carrier approaching with another package. "Don't worry," he laughed, "I've got this one handled." And that was the final twist in this unbelievable HOA story. If you loved the drama, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment sharing your thoughts. It really helps this channel grow.